Hi, my name is JeCarri Jackson. I'm part of the LostGenerationJKMKL. This is actually my first video, by the way, so I guess I can introduce myself. I'm 24 years old, from Richmond, California. I have a 2-year-old son by the name of Marley. This is Marley, everyone. Yeah, I'm at home, in the mirror, as you can see. So I guess on this episode we're supposed to talk about like how we met our siblings and how that made us feel actually meeting them and finding them. Well, growing up, I always knew that I had brothers and sisters, 4 of them. I always knew it was 5 of us all together. But I really didn't know like their age, their birthday, where they live, city and state, none of that. I just knew their names. Because luckily, at birth, my biological grandmother, which is my mom's mom, took me at birth. She took me in, so that's just the woman who raised me, did everything for me, you know. I'm so thankful for her. I don't know where I would be without her. Luckily, she took me at birth, so I got to, you know, actually know my real family, uncles, aunties, all that, and I grew up, you know, with a real loving family. My family is very big, very family-oriented. We, like, cook for everything, anything, like holidays, whatever. Yeah. So, one day I actually just woke up, you know, and usually when I wake up and I'm still laying in bed, I just turn to my phone and check my social networks or whatever, check my messages, notifications, or whatever. So, this particular morning I woke up, you know, checked my MySpace, and I had a message from Kilmani Wallace. And it was just stating, like, I think you're my sister, you know, I'm looking for my biological sister, or whatever. And right off the bat, I knew that was my brother. Like, I knew it was him. So I was just so overly excited. I don't even think I wrote him back at the moment. I think I just called the number because he left me a phone number. So I called the number or whatever, and it was Kilmani or whatever, and we talked for some hours, you know, just getting to know each other. And I informed him that it was 3 more of us besides him. And he didn't even know. He just thought it was me and him. But he didn't even know we had younger siblings. So I explained to him that we did have younger siblings. And together, me and him, you know, we looked on Facebook, MySpace, just typed in random names. And we found Monikia, I believe. And Monikia led us to LostGenerationJKMKL. And Kilvani was pretty different because a member of my auntie's church actually knows his dad. So I was able to get his dad's cell phone number from her and then contact him that way. Yeah, which was pretty cool. And like I said, growing up, like I always wanted brothers and sisters. Like I always wanted to know my brothers and sisters. But being a kid, you can only do so much, you know. And since I had a lot of cousins, aunts, uncles, I mean, I thought about it, but it really didn't affect me as much, you know, because, I mean, I had no control over it or whatever. But Thanksgiving of 2009, they all came down to my aunt's house in Rodeo. We all had a nice dinner. We all met each other. I think that was the first time all of us actually met each other at one time, except for Kilvani. Kilvani didn't. I don't think he came to that Thanksgiving. No, he didn't. But my first time meeting Kilvani was, they actually came to my job. Yeah, they came to my job to bring Marley's Christmas presents. So I met him there, and it was just like, I was just so happy to see people with, you know, faces that look like me. Like, I know my family, my biological family, like my cousins and stuff, I think we all kind of favor each other, but there's nothing like brothers and sisters, you know, like, and I'm just happy to see someone else's that have the same face as me, you know, like same face, and we all kind of, even though we all have different lives and stuff, we all can kind of relate to each other. It's one thing growing up with your siblings, and it's another thing getting to know them when you're grown and you already have a life established for yourself, and they have a life established for themselves, and so many different personalities, you know. But I mean, I say this almost every day. Like, I just thank God for social networks, the internet, and things like that, because if it wasn't for Facebook or MySpace, I don't think we ever would have found each other. This past Thanksgiving 2010, we all were in the same house, you know, another Thanksgiving cooking or whatever, so we all got to meet up with each other, and it was a really nice dinner. And I'm just so happy that now my sons has aunties and uncles, you know, because before it was only his auntie and uncles on his dad's side, you know, and then my aunties and uncles. So I'm just happy that Marley gets to meet them, you know.
At the end of my reign, black rap supremacist, my sequence be genesis. Thesis is limitless, don't fuck with no beginner shit. This goes out to anybody